This short film is intended to explain 4 key areas. 1. What a hate incident and hate crimes are. 2. What the effect of this type of incident or crime has on our people and our communities. 3. How you can go about reporting a hate incident or hate crime. 4. How we work as a partnership to address hate incidences and hate crimes in our communities. The Scottish Government has agreed that hate crime should be defined as a crime motivated by malice or ill will towards a social group. The key aspects of hate crime are as follows. There must be active ill will or elements of vindictive feelings towards an individual or their perceived association with a social group. The crime is based on the motivation or malice or ill will towards a social group. This means the question of whether the victim of a hate crime actually belongs to a social group or not is irrelevant. For example, if someone is the victim of a homophobic attack, whether they're gay or not is irrelevant. Any individual may be targeted because of their vulnerability. This should not be automatically interpreted as a hate crime. For example, an elderly female who is assaulted and robbed may have been targeted because she is vulnerable, as opposed to being targeted due to ill will or malice towards her belonging to a specific social group. If a crime is perceived to be a hate crime by the victim or any other person, including a police officer, it should be recorded and investigated as such. The murder of Stephen Lawrence in 1993 resulted in the Stephen Lawrence Inquiry Report, published in 1999, along with the 70 recommendations it reached in conclusion. A template was then provided for change in the way hate crime is recorded and investigated throughout the United Kingdom. At the heart of the Stephen Lawrence Inquiry Report, there was a philosophical shift from the attitude of treating everyone the same towards recognising the individual's needs-based approach, which brought with it a number of significant implications. In essence, this milestone in policing introduced the more complex notion that understanding an individual's needs requires an assessment based on an understanding of our own multicultural and diverse communities, extending beyond race to cover all aspects of age, disability, gender identity, race, including gypsy travellers, religion or belief, and sexual orientation. In addition to this, the Stephen Lawrence Inquiry Report also induced the perception of victims and witnesses in relation to the recording of racist crimes, as well as introducing the concept that racist incidents were to be comprehensively recorded, and even if they did not constitute a crime by definition. One of the key recommendations of the Stephen Lawrence Inquiry Report was that racist instances must be understood to include both crimes and non-crimes in policing terms, and that all instances be reported, recorded and investigated with equal commitment. This created a distinction between the racist crime and the racist incident, being an incident perceived to be motivated by racism but where no crime has been committed. Hate incident. There will be occasions where instances occur where no crime has been committed, but the incident itself is perceived to have been motivated due to hate or prejudice. In such cases, these instances will be recorded as hate incidents. All details should be recorded on an auditable report according to individual forces' policies, procedures or recording systems, including details of the modus operandi, the reason for the incident being perceived as hate-related, and the level of investigation or action completed in respect of the incident. Therefore, a hate instance is any occurrence where a crime has not occurred, which is perceived to be a hate instance by the victim or any other person. Examples of this are a same-sex couple openly displaying affection in a shop, being approached by the shop owner and then being asked to leave because of this. The incident has been perceived by the couple to be motivated by homophobia, however no criminal offence has been committed. 2 Asian men of Asian appearance being refused entry to a nightclub on the grounds their dress is not appropriate. As there are no rules displayed as to dress code requirements, and this is left to the discretion of the store steward, the men perceive their refusal as being due to their ethnic appearance. However, no criminal offence has been committed. A shop displays a T-shirt for sale on which text is reproduced from the Quran. Muslims regarding reproducing text from the Quran as sacrilegious, as it's believed to be the word of God. However, the shop selling the t-shirt was unaware of this and withdrew the t-shirt from their stock. No criminal intent was present and no criminal offence has taken place. It should be remembered that these examples are only as illustrations. There are many more circumstances that may give victims rise to believe they're being targeted because of their identity, including local colloquial language or expressions or perceived membership of a particular group. This same philosophy, which was originally conceived to cover racially motivated hate crimes, now extends to cover all hate-motivated crime and hate instances. The aggravating factors place an onus on the court to take account of any element relating to prejudice to a crime or offence when determining an appropriate sentence. There are 5 areas covered by hate crime law in Scotland today. These are disability, transgender identity, race, colour, ethnic origin, nationality or national origins, religion or faith, and sexual orientation. There may be a number of ways in which victims and witnesses can report hate instances and hate crimes. You can do this on the phone, in person, or online. It's important to remember that in an emergency you should call 999. Speak with the police. Examples of when this should be done include where there is danger to life, when violence is being used or threatened, where there is serious injury to a person or serious damage to property, when you're reporting a crime in progress, or a situation that could quickly develop into any one of these. You can call Central Scotland Police to report hate instances or crimes which are not suitable for the 999 system on 01786 456 000. If you are phoning to report an incident that requires the police to attend, full details of the incident will be taken and will be transferred to an area dispatcher who will coordinate the police response. If you are phoning about a minor or a historical matter, your call will be transferred to the Public Assistance Desk, which is the PAD, which is staffed by police officers. They will call you back to give advice or record the crime you're reporting. You can call into any police office to report a hate incident by speaking with an officer there. You can contact your community officer either in person or through the community pages at www.centralscotland.police.uk. You can also call Crime Stoppers on 0800 555 111. We have introduced third-party or remote reporting. Remote third-party reporting allows a victim of a crime or incident or any other person to report the incident to a partner or external agency, which will in turn forward the report to the police. The external agencies are able to offer support or advice and to signpost to other agencies that can offer this support or advice, therefore acting as a formal or initial link between you and the police. These organisations offer an alternative for victims of hate crime or any other persons to report details of a crime or incident, instead of reporting matters directly to the police. Creating this opportunity helps us to reduce real and perceived barriers to reporting and to get closer to the communities we serve. You can make a report to any of the MARS partners. Each partner supports and facilitates the reporting, recording and monitoring of a hate incident through a standardised procedure. The strategic partners are Central Scotland Fire and Rescue Service, Central Scotland Police, Central Scotland Racial Equality Council, Clackmannanshire Council, Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service, Falkirk Council, Forth Valley College, NHS Forth Valley, Stirling Council, University of Stirling and Victim Support. You can also make an initial report in the community to any one of a number of organisations which include Central Scotland Islamic Centre, Falkirk Islamic Centre, Falkirk Mosque, Central Scotland Chinese Association, Alloa Mosque, Amina the Muslim Women's Resource Centre, Falkirk Travelling Persons Site, Stirling Travelling Persons Site, Click Manage Your Traveller Person site, People First, the Advocacy Place, Stirling University Students Association, LGBT Youth Scotland, Central Scotland Transgender Group Dunblane, Central Scotland Gay and Lesbian Switchboard, Forth Housing Association, and Rural Stirling Housing Association. You can get all the contact details for these organisations at www.stophateincentralscotland.org.uk. You can get access to all of our reporting forms online at this website too. We're a partnership of public bodies and organisations in Central Scotland who are committed to working together to tackle hate instances. The MARS, Multi-Agency Hate Response Strategy Partnership, recognises that some individuals and groups in the community are attacked, harassed and intimidated because of prejudice relating to racial identity, religion, disability, sexual orientation or transgender identity. Multi-Agency Case Conference. MARS procedures for tackling hate instances allow for the calling of a multi-agency case conference. The aim of a case conference is to allow the victim of a hate incident to meet and discuss the issues with agencies and our community groups in an attempt to address the problems being encountered. Case conferences will normally be chaired by either Central Scotland Racial Equality Council or Victim Support. In the event of being considered inappropriate by the partner agency, this role will be undertaken by a third party, an independent body to be agreed by the victim and all agencies involved in the case. The issues under discussion and requiring to be addressed dictate the range of partners involved in a case conference.